morning out there. Today is, Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. I'm Anthony. This is Drive Dive. So the thing on my mind this morning is how I was up late last night and man, I'm tired and my brain's not working too properly. So we'll see how this one turns out. But summer plans. As a high school teacher, we're winding down. Right, I guess next Thursday is my last day. So, a few more lessons, a couple of assessments, to get through, get the kids ready for, administer, grade, clean up the room, wrap things up, and then I completely shift gears and just trying to picture what that might be. Now with my son, we play a lot of Disney Lorcana, and I guess he's looking forward to doing that more. I'm sure we'll play some Fortnite and just kind of do those activities. It sounds crazy, right? As a 40-year-old man, I'm talking about trading card games and video games, with my son. And I guess a lot of that activity, we should be able to generate some content, and work on some YouTube channels and such, So and that'll be like his two channels, or I guess our channels that really feature him and his work, on. Like I said, on Fortnite and Disney Lorcana. But then on my end, it won't be these morning drive videos. It'll be, I guess, just work out in the yard where I'm trying to maybe drop him off in the morning for camp and then head home and, go into full-on gardener and landscaper mode where I've got, plenty of stuff to keep me busy around the house. If not the lawn and the property line with all the, tree of heaven and what did I learn? There's like Russian olive, just some of these overused term, but invasives, right? And just weeds basically, and unwanted growth. I gotta cut back, trim, remove, to the best of my 40-year-old ability. The pool to maintain and all the stuff in there, some mulching to get done. So I'll likely be trying to create some content around that, either lessons learned and do's and don'ts, or just quick like transformation shorts. Maybe that's what it'll be. It's like I envision transformations as like shorts, but ultimately a long form video kind of capturing a bit of the process throughout the day, right? And I'm hoping that each day I can kind of transform a section, right? Whether it's pulling weeds and mulching and maybe planting too, right? To try to beautify. But the planting, man, it's like, one, it's an investment, and then it's also just more work, right? But at least what's growing there, right? And what you want to leave and to keep and protect, and what you're otherwise trying to pull out, on that regular rotating, spinning your wheels type basis. And like I said, with some of this content creation, it's like, well, I'm going to do these things that I don't want to do. Don't always want to do, right? I mean, let's be honest. I like the results. Do I always want to do them? No. But okay, if I'm going to do them, maybe I can get something out of it. Either creating some content for you, which would ultimately maybe lead to a monetized channel, or 2 or 3. Right? I mean, I wish I could just hang out with my son, play Lorcana all the time, and film that content. That's just a purely fun channel. Same thing with Fortnite. Purely fun. I mean, yes, there is the work of editing and thumbnails and that I generally do for those channels, whereas this one, it's just like, nope, just upload. So it's different, and there is work involved more so. I think there on the, like I said, the thumbnail and the editing side of things, maybe the descriptions, maybe I'll get into some descriptions. Oh, look out. But yeah, those are like you're interested in the activities that you're filming, right? Whereas like my channel here, I'm trying to turn the things that I don't enjoy into a monetized channel, right? My morning drive, can't stand it. I still got 41 minutes left. I think when I left the house, it said 55, right? I don't enjoy this part of my day, this hour. So trying to turn it into something. I don't love the weeding, right? And the yard work. I mean, let's be honest, right? It's a necessity. It's things that need to get done. Otherwise, it's completely overgrown, and now you're, basically creating safe haven and passage for, rodents and pests of all kinds, right? So you have to do these things, and I'm in a position where I have the larger-ish, right, property and, to maintain, and the pool and blah, 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 right? But it requires a lot of upkeep. And I'm not in the position where I could pay somebody to do it. So I have to get this all done myself, right? And it's time away from the family. It's time away from the activities I do enjoy, the aforementioned Lorcana and Fortnite with my son, right? That time with my son, emphasis on with my son. I don't think these are things I would do on my own. What would I do on my own? The gym time for sure. I think is huge for me. Things I do enjoy home improvement, right? Like inside, there are things I want to paint, and I want to redo my daughter's bedroom and likely my son's bedroom at some point. I would love to tackle some of those types of projects. The things that aren't quite so cyclical, right? Or maybe they just have a longer life cycle, right? Like how often are you repainting a room or redoing a bathroom or doing an addition on a house, right? Like, that's certainly not cyclical, and those are things you get to enjoy for years and years. Whereas this, weeding, pruning, it's all the time, and for some folks, I get it, they enjoy the outdoors and they enjoy, that's maybe their form of exercise, physical activity, right? That's not what it is for me, man, right? I mean, for me, physical activity is hitting those weights. And so, yeah, right? My channel, I'm trying to make something out of, the mundane, that sort of stuff, the tasks I don't enjoy. So a couple channels, with my son, things I do enjoy. This channel, things I don't always enjoy. And I think that's the summer focus. The months of July and August, and then we'll see, what happens in September. Get back to this. So that's it. I think that's what I wanted to share. Quick sort of channel-ish update. Heads up. Here's what it's going to maybe start to look like. We'll see what happens if I keep having fun with either 6-7 videos or the silly ideas that come to mind, and just making shorts and sort of reaction videos, or even if it's reactions to my own content is what I'm kind of putting up there now. But we'll see what happens. But I think that's my summer focus, and that's all I wanted to share with you this morning. So thanks for watching, listening, laughing at me at the start when I could not speak clearly due to some lack of sleep, staying up late with my son, playing Disney Lorcana, at a local card store. So shop local, man. Anyhow, happy Wednesday. We will catch you tomorrow morning. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you. Be well.